Welcome to Humanities 1301 for the Wintermester of 2024-2025. My name is James Reed. I will be the professor for the course. You'll see the information listed here as office hours. However, during the break between the semester, during the Wintermester, I will not be in my office. Rather, you'll need to contact me if you need to ask questions or just let me know something through email. Please make sure that you either go through the email here, which is our TVCC email, and you use your TVCC email, or you can, of course, go through the messaging at Canvas to let me know. When you go to the home page, this is what you'll see, a few details. You'll see the welcome to the course comment here, which is also posted as an announcement. But what you do need to know is that you do have a textbook for the course. It's 2 volumes. It's called Culture and Values, the 9th edition by Cunningham, Wright, and Fisher-Rathis. You can purchase this through our bookstore. You can also go online to different places and buy the book, a physical copy of the book if you want to. At our bookstore, what you will buy is a packet, and you'll have a card to access the ebook. You'll have a loose leaf version of the textbook, and that way you have both. If you just want the ebook, which is fine to do, then you can just purchase the ebook. And doing that, probably the easiest way to do it is just go through Cengage and contact them at cengage.com and get the textbook Culture and Values 9th edition. They're currently working on 10th edition, so please make sure you don't get that one. The 9th edition. And then you'll be given a code to use for the ebook that you'll have to register. In order to register for the course, when you go to the modules, and since we're registering for the access to the textbook for the course, you're already registered for the course. There are several things you need to do. These are the modules. First thing you really need to do is this Student Success Agreement. It's very simple. You just click on it here. If I do the student preview, let me show you how it looks. It's not available until the 16th. That's why I wasn't doing the student view. But on the 16th, which is when you'll see this, you have to simply click one little place, and you have this one right here to click. You click on that, and then you hit submit, and you're through with it. So you do have to do the Student Success Agreement. It indicates that you have signed up for the course, that you have started the course, that you are planning on going through the course. Under the textbook and materials, I have a couple of different aspects for you. This one, it says Winter 2024, and this gives you your course number. If you click on this, you'll have a gray bar, and when you click on the gray bar, it will open the textbook at Cengage. Now, when you first click on it, you will be asked to sign on. There's a little, you'll have to sign on for it, which is when you register at Cengage. That's where you need that card with the activation code. If you buy it from our bookstore, it'll be there, and I think it's usually a silver covered coating. So you just use that. If you purchase the ebook from Cengage, they'll send you a code. You will just have to enter that. This gives you access to the textbook. Now, when you go back, I also have the ebook here just listed, and all it does is really take you to the book again in this same way. It's going to look a little different from the other one. You'll notice it's just a little different here. Let me just go to the introduction here. And you'll see this is just the ebook itself. The other one, this one here, is connected with MindTap. We're not going to do any of the activities for MindTap, but you can look at all those that they have available for you. For instance, under Chapter 1, they have a preview, they have beginnings. They also have some studying quizzes that you can take if you want to just go through some of the details for your own. These are not part of our grades, though. And this one, as I said, is just the ebook. So I put both of these up here for you to access, whichever way you want to do. If you buy access to MindTap, then you'll go here. If you don't do that, then you'll just go through the book here, which is fine. Either one will work. What you'll find out that you have to do, which I'm not sure why it started doing this, in order to access the different chapters, if you have the MindTap, for instance, underneath the overview for chapter 1, I'll be going over it in just a moment. If you click on that chapter 1, it'll open now, because I've already gone here and opened this up here. And I can close that out and it'll work fine. It'll work here. It'll bring to details. If you do not, let me get this going again. Let me close this. If you do not click on this at first and open up the book this way, if you go to chapter 1, for instance, and click on it immediately, you'll get an oops, something went wrong window, which means you simply have to go back to this module, click on this, open it, and as soon as it's loaded, which signs you in to Cengage, you can then close it and go back and work with the rest of it. So if I close this now, and literally I've closed it off, I can still go into the different chapters. We're going to read chapter 1, click on it, and it'll open. There you go. And so it's just a situation that had not been part of the way of accessing the textbook with the course until this past year. It started acting up this way. I think part of it has to do with the fact that Cengage is preparing a 10th edition, so the 9th edition is sort of being phased away somewhat. So this is part of the accessing, just changes up a little bit. But what you'll see are the units. Again, the textbook material here. The Start Here unit has a welcome, basically the same information, a little bit about me, online kit tips. This takes you to the syllabus, and you just click on this, and there's the syllabus for the course. It also talks a little bit about attendance. You are expected to show up in the sense of participate by logging in on a regular basis. You need to make sure that you do so because it is going to be important. It is very important that you continue to log in and stay up with the work. We do not have much time. We really do not have much time for this course, and you're going to be very busy each week as we go from December 16th, basically January 8th or 9th. So again, textbooks, Start Here module, you just walk your way through it. We will be having an essay, one major essay that you will submit to turn it in. This is a little bit explanation of how to do so, in the sense of if you want to read through it. I also have for you, though, a video from a professor at the University of Kentucky who walks you through in the video how to upload your essay to turn it in from Canvas. Also here, you have how to find feedback on the essays. I will read your essays. I will mark your essays. I'll offer comments about your essays. And this shows you how to find that feedback. Also, under the Start Here module, you have some details at different places, including a Start Here quiz. This doesn't count. It just gives you practice using quizzes, how to do a quiz online. That's all this does. It's not a grade, but you still need to take that one as well. And that takes care of the Start Here module. And then it takes us to Chapter 1 in Unit 1. The units will either contain information about 1 or 2 chapters at a time. So you're going to be working your way through these first, basically, 5 units. You're not for your first exam. The first exam will cover through Chapter 6. So you will work through all these. The next part will then work you through. And again, you'll see either 1 or 2 chapters at a time in each section. You will see, again, we have 23 chapters, so you have quite a bit of reading to do. If you look under Unit 4, it'll tell you the first major exam over chapters 1 through 6 is coming up. You can click here, click on the exam module, and it takes you to where it is. And you click on that one. Again, you'll note that we go through this very quickly. The first major exam, let me just go over here. This is a very useful site over here. If you click on syllabus, it'll show you a link to the course syllabus, but it also shows you when assignments are due. And you'll see by the end of the first week, you have reading quiz, 2 reading quizzes and a major exam to do. By the next week, you have a second major exam over chapters 7 through 12 and 1 reading quiz. Just a couple of days after that, you have an essay to turn in and a reading quiz. And then we have our final exam due by the 7th of January, because we have to get grades in very quickly along those lines. So this gives us a little bit of leeway in case something happens. So I have it early on that day for you to do this one. The LEAPS assignment, which I'm not sure if you're going to have to do or not, I have it up here. That's just resubmitting the essay. For data purposes, it's not a grade, but I have to check see if we're going to have to do it. But you'll see all of them listed here. And again, if you just go to the syllabus and you click on it, it'll take you straight to that assignment as well. So again, a very useful tool there for that with that syllabus. So again, as you're working your way through, you'll see that there are different aspects here to look at. If you'll notice under chapter, for Unit 1 under Chapter 1, I have PowerPoint for you. I also have additional materials. These are details about some of the references in the textbook about the cave paintings in France, for instance, Chevet and the Leco Caves. And if you click here, you get to go and find out more about it. They actually have the Bradshaw Foundation. You have the Leco Cave website, and it goes into quite a bit of detail about the paintings, what they are, how they are set up. It's very useful in that way. Same thing with the Chevet Cave paintings. Again, Bradshaw Foundation, the ones who have set this up, and you can again go through and see the details and much more information than is offered in your textbook. So I try to give you some of those connections so that in every chapter, every unit, there'll be additional material that, again, it's just something for you to look at and think about. For instance, under in Chapter 1, it talks about Egypt, so I have you some additional details about the Egyptian view, some more recent discoveries that have just been taking place. And so again, just information if you want to extend what you are presenting in the textbook. Not mandatory for you to watch those, but hopefully you'll feel good about those. Also, in some of the units right now, you will see, again, details here where it's, this one is the additional details about Greece. And so I have several different views here for you where this is to ancientgreece.org, a really nice website. This is to the lecture series over ancient Greece by Yale University, Dr. Kagan. And there are 20 of them. There's 24 of them, excuse me, there are 24 of them. Each is about an hour long. And again, it's just added information. It's nothing you have to watch. But there are videos that I have posted for you at times in different places. With some of the chapters right now, there are some lecture videos where I go over the chapter. This is a previously recorded one, but I walk through Chapter 4 for you, and that way you can watch that one. I do plan on having some other for you available as well. This one, you'll see that, again, with Chapter 9, I have some other information such as videos about the Middle Ages and links to other sites and sources. So there's quite a bit there in addition to just going through the textbook that you have available for you. I will be having a video for Chapter 1 posted. It'll open on Monday, and I'll post it under the slide presentation and lecture video unit within the Unit 1. So I have it designated this way, so every unit has an overview, and in the overview I try to give you some additional information, details. I try to let you know what it is we're supposed to be learning during this chapter, and then I give you some links to some other details. With the units also, I then have slide presentation and lecture videos. I'll post those there for you. I list the assignments and the readings. If you'll notice, there's no assignment for Chapter 1, Unit 1. Then I have supplemental materials. And when you go to Unit 2, over Chapters 2 and 3, again, there's the overview. I have a couple of PowerPoints for you. The readings are listed, and then you see also an assignment, which is a reading quiz for 2 and 3, and then the supplemental material. So each of the units are correspondingly arranged. Let's just go down here to Unit 10, overview, the slide presentation, readings. Again, you'll notice there's no assignment there. And then you have links to videos. And these are some really good videos. This is Understanding Art. It requires you to, if you want to watch this one, you click on it. You have to log in using your same login you do for Canvas, and this gets you into the library. And then it calls up this video. And you'll notice it says Part 1, because there are other parts as well. And you'll see the links to those two here, Part 2 and Part 3. This is a really good series. Vladimir Janosek, who's a British scholar, does the walk through all this. And it's really very interesting because he takes you to the places. You'll see those little flat pictures in your book. Well, he'll take you to the actual museum where the work is and gives you an up-close view of it. He walks you into St. Peter's at the Vatican. So you get a chance to see the scope of what it's like to see these. Each video is about an hour. So again, it does take time, and again, they're not required, but they're really very useful. It gives you a good understanding of what the Baroque is like. And so that's why I have these videos here for you. Under Chapter 23, the last one, again, you'll see, it'll say the third major exam. You do have some other supplemental materials, including, this is a Zoom recording. I have it under supplemental because this was done 2021, but I do go through Chapter 23 with this one. I just don't consider this a lecture recording, so I did not put it up here in that one. So this is how the course is laid out. We get through very quickly. I mean, literally, we start the 16th of December. So you have that week, then you have the next week, which is the 23rd through basically the 30th. But you'll notice that also does include Christmas, and I know some of you will be busy there. And then we pick up and we go January 1st to January 8th, basically. So you have a little over 3 weeks for the course. So please anticipate that you have quite a bit to go through, quite a bit of reading to look at in the textbook. But it is a useful time. The Humanities, I find, is just a wonderful area to think about and look at. It offers quite a bit of views and comments. These are some of the things that we look at in Humanities. We'll talk about archaeology. We'll talk about comparative religions. We have 3 chapters really focused on that in the sense of Judaic, Christianity, and Islam, but we also cover others as well. In other chapters, you'll have references to Hinduism, Buddhist views. You have other religious views where you get a chance to understand how religion helps to shape how cultures develop. We'll be looking at literature. We'll be talking about jurisprudence, the law systems that are set up, and how those have helped shape how civilizations proceed. Again, all sorts of details. It gives you some aspects here of what we look at. And this is a little commentary about why humanities are important. This is something that hopefully you'll feel also, when you get there, that humanities are indeed important. So again, I'm looking forward to a good semester. I will get this posted, and I'll put in the Start Here module. It'll be right underneath this, but I will also be posting it as an announcement, and you should be able to see it that way. So again, I'm looking forward to a good semester.